Hi FlossTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel, Lady Robins. For everyone that is a returning viewer and friend and subscriber and all that good stuff, welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy that you're here spending a little bit of time with me at the beginning of September. And for those that are brand new and have just found me or maybe haven't quite hit that subscribe button, welcome to you as well. I am very happy that you're all here. Just a reminder, if you want to see me in a second social media environment, I'm also on Instagram, same handle, Lady Robins. All right, we're going to talk about my favorite hobby, cross stitch, and I've got some fun news to share with you. So I've got a beverage, but I don't have a cup. I have got my my Acorns and Threads tumbler. I don't know if that shows up at all, but anyway, Acorns and Threads stitching retreat is next week. I will be at the stitching retreat. I'm carpooling down with 4 other stitchers on Thursday, and the retreat runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I've got 4 days of stitchy goodness with friends, and hopefully I'll meet new friends. So if you are going to be at the in-person Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit next week in Portland, Oregon, and you see me, please come up, say hello. Yeah, it would be fun to see you face to face and show me what you're stitching. I'll show you what I'm stitching, and I'm super excited to have that time with friends and fellow stitchers. So that is upcoming for me. All right, I have this much stitching to show you, friends. That much. But, well, I guess I shouldn't say it that way. I only have 3 stitched pieces to show you that I put some stitching into, and it's just because I went monogamous for about 2 weeks on Harbor Haven. So we will talk about Harbor Haven quite a bit, and then I thought, because of that, I have rummaged around in the bookcase behind me, and I have just grabbed 5 bags of kitted up or partially kitted up projects. So I thought, okay, let's go through those together and see what's in those, because last time I did that, I actually started something. I started the Halloween Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I think I showed it to you on my last floss tube. So anyway, good things coming up, and then we can talk about plans a little bit and what I read and what I plan on reading. So get yourself a beverage, grab your stitching. I've got my beverage, I've got my stitching, and yeah, let's have a little visit. It is FlossTube number 175, if you can believe it. 175 of these things. So, all right, let's have a drink. Yeah, yum. I've just got a vanilla latte, an iced vanilla latte. Again, it's going to be a little bit warmer than normal here, which is fine with me. I'm a summer girl. Yeah, I don't want to start the controversy, but y'all can keep your pumpkin spice lattes. As far as I'm concerned, I do not like them. And I love sweet, but that stuff is way too sweet. Not a fan. Put me down as not a fan. Okay, so stats. Should we do August stats? They're going to be super simple. In August, I had 1 fully finished piece, Mykonos Meadows, and if I can get my rear in gear, I'm hoping to get it finished before Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, because she's one of our designers, so that'll be fun. I finished FFO'd Beach Rat, as you remember, and Autumn Splendor, and I filmed 1 floss tube, and no new starts in August. So lots of fun accomplishments in August, and thank you, Doris. I took your advice and I just went whole hog on Harbor Haven, and so I did do the Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge, and I used all your prompts, and so I got all my stitching in. So because of that, let me show you where I got on Harbor Haven. Okay, that is right here. I can barely remember where it was when I started stitching on it last month. Let me just show you the chart. That's sweet. I love these things. So I am almost done with chart number 7. I have one little bit left to do. So when I picked this up and started stitching on it, oh, these are the hardest things to hang on to. I was down in this area, so I got those little fences put in. I got the fishing lures, the fishermen, all the water, the sun, and the tree. Yeah, all of that. So what I have left is there's a little island, so I still have to stitch the island, and then chart number 7 is complete on Harbor Haven. As I've told you, you know, over and over and over again, there's 12 of them, so that means I'll only have 4 left, which is so exciting. So here we are, Harbor Haven. Give you another great look at it. And I mean, you guys, look how long this thing is. There's a lot of stitching that has happened on this thing, right? So I've been having a really good time stitching this, but I still have 4 charts to go. Well, 4 and a bit, and I'll definitely get the bit put in here in September for sure. And you know, maybe get a little bit of a start on chart number 9, because I'd love to have 9 and maybe even 10 finished by the end of the year, so that I can have this completely finished. And I had so much fun turning cross stitch in at the fair, at the Washington State Fair, that I would love to get this finished and it's submitted to the fair next year. So it's kind of one of my, you know, my long-term goals is Harbor Haven at the fair. What do you think, right? Cool. That would be so cool. Like I've said 100 times before, it's a stitch on a 32 count. It's weeks dye work, linen. It's the old week, so it's super floppy. The color is seafoam. All the called for colors except the water. I switched out the water to 2 over dyed, so there's a little variation in my water. So as you can see, I just stitched Harbor Haven like crazy. And I thought about, I did think about continuing and putting the little island and the little building and the flag in there, so that it would be completely done by the time I turned the calendar page to September. But then I got kind of busy. I did a couple of fun things in August, a couple of long weekends at the cabin. We went for a day trip. We found one of those Danbo trolls. If I remember, I'll try to put a picture of that guy that we found at the end of the video, so you can see that. So anyway, I decided I'll just hold off, and I will put that, I will figure out how to get Harbor Haven into my September Magazine Monthly Challenge. So anyway, there we are on Harbor Haven. The next thing that I worked on quite a bit was Seaside Tiny Town. And there it is for those of you that maybe don't recall what that guy looks like. I finished it. Yay! I got a finish. So I have not ironed it. There it is. I'll try to get it as close as possible. So I just finished that this morning. I had all the stitching and the back stitching done. I finished the stitching on our monthly Zoom call that is hosted by Acorns and Threads. And I finished the stitching last night, and then I finished the back stitching before I went to bed. And then there's 4 little teeny tiny beads, and they are, look at those, they're the eyeballs of the crab. And there's 3 crabs, so I had 6 little teeny tiny beads to put in. So I got those put in this morning. So Seaside Tiny Town is finished. And the cool thing about that is I am also doing Melody Watkins' Year of Whip Challenge. And so you had to create an album, and you had to put in at least 10 pieces that you wanted to possibly finish this year. And you have to finish half of them to be in the running for prizes. I don't care about prizes. I just like the challenge. And so this Seaside Tiny Town, I made an album with 12 pieces. And so you have to finish at least half. So this is my 6th finish for Year of Whip. So I have now completed that challenge, and it's only the 3rd of September. So that feels real good. I'm really happy about that. So now on to the finishing, and that'll take me a while. You know me, things have to percolate in the under the bed box for a little bit before I move on to the stitching. Okay, so I stitched on that and I finished that. The third thing that I stitched on, and I haven't shown you this in a long time because it's been out at the cabin. I've kind of decided this is my cabin stitch. However, there's so much fun stuff to do at the cabin. You can be on the water, you can be watching eagles and ospreys, we've got 3 otters in the lake, and so you're always looking to see if you can find the otters. So this is not getting enough love. So I brought it home thinking, okay, in September, I'm gonna see if I can get a little more work done. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about this Caterpillar cross stitch, and this is their Coastal Peaks chart. Isn't that pretty? And so I have got the barest beginnings of a start. Like I said, this is not getting enough stitching on it when I'm out at the cabin. So I thought I'm going to take this home and try to get it way further down the line than it is. And I don't know if you noticed, but this is on Aida. I'm stitching on Aida. I usually stitch on linen, but I thought it looks gorgeous. The picture, it looks fantastic. So I thought I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the Aida. I'm gonna go, use all the things provided in the kit. I'm not gonna swap out the fabric. So I'm doing a little Aida stitch and I'm enjoying it. So that, so I stitched on Harbor Haven. I stitched a little bit on Coastal Peaks, and then the other thing I stitched on was Seaside Tiny Town. You guys, those are the 3 pieces that I stitched on since I saw you last. There's not been a big variety. I've kind of, not that I'm changing my ways, not that I'm turning into a monogamous stitcher, but it's been nice to get some significant progress on some pieces. I got a finish, so that was super fun. Because of that, I am thinking about a little bit about, okay, what do I need to do to get some of my older whips moving forward? Like I told you, I'd love to get the next 2 charts done on Harbor Haven. And then I'd only have 2 left to go next year, and then I could submit it to the fair. So that's on my list of things I 100% want to do. The other thing, I'm going to definitely be doing the Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge. The chart, or the prompt, is Giddy Up, and I haven't sat down and filled it in, but I think Monster House is going to feature in this month's cross stitch challenge quite a bit. I mean, there's so many great, you know, Halloween creatures in there. I'm sure I can come up with all sorts of ways to plug Monster House in over and over and over again. Make sure I get the last bit of Harbor Haven in, and then of course get Coastal Peaks in there at least once. And then, oh, also my Halloween Quaker by Primrose Cottage. So, you know, those are the things I really want to work on this month. So, you know, that's kind of really super loosey-goosey plans. Also, Whip Go numbers were called, and my Whip Goes were Stitch on Harbor Haven. Done. That's going to happen. And then Stitch on a Sal. And Monster House was a Sal last year. And so it's still a Sal. I'm just super slow. So I'm going to definitely get Monster House some good stitching time here in September. All right, what else? Oh, I've got a treasure. I've got a treasure. So I did sign up for Friend Stitch. My kit showed up yesterday, and I did buy the fabric, and so I have not peeked. I really, really, really want to peek. And then over here, let's see if I can show you. Here it is. There is a pre-stitch that looks like that. You see that? Isn't that sweet? So I might take this as my stitch at Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, because I need to get that done, because Friends Stitch is, I think it's the 20th. Is that right? Yeah, the 20th of September. So I need it done by then. The other thing, why I can't decide if I'm going to peek or not, is I decided to join the Embroiderers Guild of America. Yay! I really want to learn to do things beyond cross stitch. Not that cross stitch isn't my favorite, because it totally is, but I'm just thinking it'd be fun to learn, you know, beyond that, right? Like a little black work, a little, you know, all those other, you know, cool, you know, thread and needle crafts. So their in-person meeting is the same day that Friend Stitch is. So I might skip Friend Stitch because it's Zoom in, you know, and go to the in-person Embroiderers Guild of America, because that would be my first meeting. So anyway, you know, why do things always happen on the same day, right? But anyway, so that's my haul. Okay, what else? Oh, you guys, I almost forgot. So I hinted at the beginning of the video that I turned in 3 pieces to the fair. I got ribbons on all of them. If you've seen my Instagram, you've already seen it. I turned in Quaker Turtle, and I got first place on my Quaker Turtle, which I am so excited about. I couldn't believe it. I walked in and there it was with the big blue ribbon. I'll insert pictures at the end so you can see them. And I turned in the Autumn Splendor piece. It's a little tiny. Oh, in fact, I think I have the pattern here. This guy. I turned in this guy, and I got 3rd place on that. And then my Satsuma Street, the Christmas Noel sampler, I turned that in, and I got an honorable mention on that. So I got a ribbon on every thing I turned in at the fair, and that was super fun. Super, super fun. So now I'm like, oh, I've got to make sure I have things to turn into the fair. What's really fun about the fair is, I was going to grab my sheet. They have all sorts of different categories, and so you have to pick, your category. So the way it is done, at least at the Washington State Fair, you know, other fairs might be different, but they had a creative stitchery category, but they had sub, you know, like creative stitchery, but then they've got class 2050, which is a picture up to 24 inches, which is one length plus one width. So that's where Autumn Splendor went in. And then the next one, class 2060, is a picture which is 25 to 36 inches. And that's where the Noel sampler went. And then class 2070 is a picture from 37 to 48 inches, and that's where Quaker Turtle went. So because of these different classes, because you can only submit one, you know, per class, as opposed to just one per creative stitchery, I was able to submit multiple pieces to the fair, which was, you know, really super fun. And then my friend Victoria, she submitted 2 pieces to the fair, and she got ribbons on her pieces as well. And one of them was a blackwork piece. It was just gorgeous, gorgeous. So anyway, I don't know if your area has a fair or some sort of competition that you can submit stuff to, but it was really validating that I'm not just sitting around wasting my time. I'm actually doing something, and I actually, you know, I got rewarded for it. You know, not that I'm getting $1 million, right? I'm getting $10 for first place. First place win. Which is fine. There was another lady there, and she got a second place in whatever category she submitted in, and she said, well, you know, we're not getting rich off this. And I said, well, that's okay, it'll pay for my corn dog at the fair. So it was fun. It was super fun. We had a good time. My husband came with me, and my son and his girlfriend came. So they you know, they all, you know, praised me appropriately for my win at the fair, and it was really super fun to have that experience. And I when I turned them in, I said to my husband, I will be happy, I will be thrilled if I just get an honorable mention on one of these. And to come home and have a ribbon on all 3 of them was, you know, it's so fun. Okay, enough of me bragging about myself. But like I said, it was super fun. Okay, what next? Should we do books? Let's do books. Books are really quick. I've got 3 books that I am going to read in September. My band book club book is this one, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And this isn't very big, so this will be a pretty quick read. And I haven't read this before, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to reading this, Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I've read the seven husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Is that right? 7 husbands, 7.5 husbands, 7 husbands at least of Evelyn Hugo. And that was really good. She's an amazing writer. So I'm looking forward to reading Atmosphere by her. Everybody that talks about this on Book Talk raves about it. And apparently it's a tearjerker in a number of places. So, so there's that. And then I'm going to read Arsonic and Adobo. It's one of the cozy mystery writers that I'm going to see in October at the Mystery Festival. So those are the things that I'm going to be reading in September. Okay, let's look at like 5 of my kitted up projects that are over there. And I'm not sure what they are, so we'll discover them together. Okay, let me grab them. They were slipping out of my hands. I was like, you almost heard a crash. Okay, so, look at this cute bag. And I think this is I think this is Teresa Kogut fabric. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yay. This will be fun. I am going to do Busy Notes by the Shepherd's Bush. Look at that. This will be fun. This will be fun to do. And I've got all the floss pulled, and so I just need some fabric, probably some good old vintage country mocha, right? So yeah, that would be a good one to stitch now and then have ready for spring. Might have to put that on my list. That would be fun. Okay, now look at this cute project bag. Oh, a So Much to Love bag. I think I used to be in her, I was in her Bag of the Month club for 1 year, and all of her bags are so pretty. And this one's really adorable. It's got little buddies on it. Okay, so what's in here? Oh my goodness. So I am a member of the Silver Needle, A Little Help from Our Friends kit club. I was gonna say kit. Anyway, these are kits from that club. Oh my gosh. You can see how pokey I am. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 kits in this bag from the Silver Needle. Oh wow. Oh, these are great. Oh my gosh. Look at this Bent Creek. Look at this Bent Creek each day. Oh, I might have to start this one right away. I love this. Okay, so there's another one I want to start immediately. Not that I don't want to do the others, because I do, but I'd like to do that Bent Creek one with the sailboat. That's a cool one. Okay. All right. There's 2 that I want to start right away. And then I've got this little guy. I think this bag came from a Black Needle Society box. What's in here? Oh, and this, oh, so sweet. Luminous Fiber Arts Gathering Berries. So I must have gotten the PDF at some point. So that again would be a really cute spring. And then I've got a 32 count Be Stitch Me fabric in here in the color Honey. Oh, that'd be super cute for that. Okay, and it's a monochromatic, so you just need one great little red in there. Okay, that'd be another good spring stitch. Okay, what else? I have got, look at this, I've got a Mickey Mouse bag. Oh gosh, I don't know. There's no label on it, so I don't know who made it, but boy, is that cute. Look at that cute fabric. Okay, so what's in here? Oh, I've got a heartstring samplery, and it's the Cross Stitch Nation. Oh, isn't that sweet? And I've got some beads, and I've got some fancy floss. Oh, yeah, that'd be a fun one. Look at that. I bet you've all stitched this already, but oh, yeah. Ooh, I want to stitch that right away too. How about you guys? Anything on here you don't want to stitch? Okay, what next? So this one, this is something from a previous friend stitch. I've already stitched this one, so this one. May peace be your gift this Christmas. I know these aren't available. They never release the friend stitch stuff, but yeah, so I got all the bits and pieces to stitch that, which would be nice if I'd hurry up and stitch that, because I'd like to frame the 2 of them separately but in identical frames. So okay, there's another good thing I gotta get to stitching. Okay, and I have 2 bags on my lap. I thought this was the last bag. Oh, and this bag, look at this one. This one I know Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher made. I remember purchasing this from her. And what have I got in here? Oh my goodness. This was from Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. And this is by is this Heartstring or Plum Street? No, this is Plum Street. And so this is I can't remember the name of the chart. It's covered up by the floss. Hold on. What's the name of this one? I think this has been released. Plum Street. Oh, The Gather In. That's what it is. The Gather In. And I've stitched her what is it? Cinnamon Stars. And it's kind of got that stars coming out of the smokestack on Cinnamon Stars, so it'd be cool to stitch this also, so it'd be kind of like a companion piece. So, oh yeah, gotta stitch together in. That would be fun to stitch. All right, and last one. Okay. Oh, and this one. Oh, this one, for some reason, I haven't put it in a nice project bag. I've got like 5 of them sitting right behind the camera that don't have projects in it. I should upgrade the bag on this one, because this is from Ink Circles. And this was from Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit 2 years ago. You can see that I get the kits and I love them, and then I get home and somehow I just never start them. But this is the Forest for the Trees. Look at that. And it's got, you know, all the bits and pieces. And in fact, my friend Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, she just posted a FlossTube and she just started this. So Audrey, I see you. So I should be, you know, dusting this off and getting a start on this as well in honor of Miss Audrey. All right, that is all the bags I thought we would have fun looking through. So yeah, there's nothing in that stack I don't want to stitch. So let me know what you think I should start first. Maybe I'll give myself a new start, especially since I just had a finish, since I just finished Seaside Tiny Town. I mean, looking here, I only have 13 active whips, so I have room for 14, don't you think? I should have room for at least one more. All right, that, my friends, is all I've got for you today. I'm looking around, wanting to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. I don't think I have. So I will see you probably after Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, and I'll let you know who I met and show you, you know, what projects we got from our designers. I'm so happy to be able to attend that, and that should do it. All right, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good September. All right, stitch happy, my friends. Bye.